2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of Tick of Tuesday, this week out of a hammock, because last week I told you that I want to start filming them outside just to make it a little bit more interesting and also that it fits a little bit more this bucket list topic, because most of the things that I take off my bucket list, they happen outside. Today I'm going to talk about this one, a rope swing that I've built with friends. So this is actually not something that has been on my original bucket list. However, I had doing a 50+ meter rope swing on there. I already made a Tick of Tuesday episode about this, but that happened not even a year before doing this. And back then in the video, I actually said that I would never trust myself building this kind of rope swing myself. So when some of my friends had this idea to actually set up a rope swing themselves, I was like, interesting, but I trust them because they are experienced climbers, and also the location that they chose, it's actually over the water. So it's still a little bit safer to do this over the water, because in case something happens, you just splash into the water. I mean, this bridge that we did it at, it's 20 meters high, so it definitely gonna hurt a lot if something would happen, but you're probably not gonna die. So yeah, even though this is not something that has been on my bucket list, it's definitely something that could have been on there. It's definitely an activity that I really like doing. So obviously when my friends asked me if I want to join, I was like, of course, I'm down. So we went there. I think we were a team out of 6, 7 people, something like this. And the thing that was very interesting is because everyone who was involved was very focused and very engaged in making that happen, which is definitely a good thing, because safety is the top priority when doing this kind of stuff. And you don't want this kind of people who are like, yeah, it should be fine, let's just do it, let's send it. So that's why experience this kind of calm and very focused planning when you do something like this definitely helps you a lot to get this kind of confidence. Being involved and seeing how everyone set this up, that I was able to say that, okay, yeah, this should be fine. Like if we do this rope swing here like this, nothing should happen. I mean, I was not the first one who did it. It was Fabian. He's always kind of the guy who goes first. I don't know why, but people are just like, yeah, first one to go, Fabian, let's go. This is always how it works. I mean, you could definitely see that Fabian, when he was standing there to go first, he was scared a little bit. It was kind of odd to see him in this position, because usually he is the guy who's like, yes, let's go, I can do this. But totally makes sense, because it is scary. I mean, if you're standing up there, seeing the first guy going, you're also a bit scared. And then after he went, we were like, oh yeah, that's perfect. Like everything looks great, perfect length of the rope and all of this. And then I think I was the second one who went, and obviously, yeah, you feel scared a little bit, but because you saw someone else doing it, I was like, yeah, this feels safe at least. And then I went, and it was super cool. And it's always a bit tricky when doing rope swings, because there are always different techniques on how you come back. Like in the US, when I did this big rope swing, they let down a rope that you had to clip in, and then they pulled you back up with a motor. But where we did it, because it was water, we actually were able to go there with a stand-up pedal, and then from the top we lowered down another rope, so a second rope where you could grab onto, and then like this you could pull yourself up, so you're able to unclip yourself or to just get out of the harness. And then once you were out of the harness or were able to clip out, you could then lower yourself down to the stand-up pedal or just jump into the water. And then you just swam to the side and you hiked back up. And then it was also always a bit tricky to get the rope back up, because we had it attached underneath a bridge. So the rope had to go underneath the bridge to the other side. So that was also the reason for the second rope, that we attached it on the bottom, so we were able to pull it back up on the other side so the next person can go again. And the cool thing was, we did that activity like the whole day pretty much. Like first we were not really sure if someone would kick us out, like if someone would call the police and then police comes and would kick us out, but all of that didn't happen. So that's why after an hour or so we were like, that's okay here, like we can do that. There's no one that we are bothering. So let's just keep going. And then it turned out that we kept swinging until we were like, now it's kind of boring. Let's pack it back up and let's go home. And I just really enjoyed that this time it wasn't me that had to organize everything in order to make it happen, because some of my friends, they really wanted to make this happen. And that's just something that I really appreciate, to have this kind of people around me who are always down for an adventure and who are even organizing this kind of stuff themselves, and then of course ask me if I want to join. And I think that only happens because I also took action on the things that I want to do, and I took the action to organize these kind of activities. So therefore they know Joel is this guy who also wants to make crazy stuff like this, and that's why they ask me as well. So if you're also watching this and you're like, you would love to do this kind of stuff but none of your friends does this, then you should start thinking about taking action yourself and just do something, maybe not that crazy at first, but go on little adventures, like hike a little mountain, or maybe just go and set up your hammock and do stuff like this. Because the more stuff you do like this, the more other people will see that you like this as well. And then if they come up with an idea, if they have something planned, they most likely gonna ask you as well. And then you create those memories that you will remember for the rest of your life. So yeah, go and take action on your bucket list. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye bye.